Hey everybody, welcome back to another dicondissectional production hosted by Deathstroke9. Today we're going to be reacting to the metal group Slipknot. I already love Slipknot. I have really liked them for a long time. They have some songs that I consider, huge parts of my growing up. I really like aggressive music, and they are a great example of some of the most aggressive music out there. Sadly, I don't know if it was 2 or 3 days ago, Joey Jordison passed away. He was one of the very original members of the group, and he died pretty young at age 46. Yeah, my condolences to his family, and may he rest in peace. Now, I've heard a lot of Slipknot songs. I'm going to be recording, I think, 2 videos, all right? This is the first, and we're going to be reacting to the song by Slipknot, which is People Equal Shit. So I looked up what are some of the best songs. He was the drummer of Slipknot, so I was looking up what are some of the best songs with the craziest drumming. It was that and Disaster Piece. That'll be the next one I do. I have heard this song before. Not in a long time, though, and I don't really remember it, except I do remember the chorus, which is self-explanatory with the name of the song, but I don't think I've ever heard Disaster Piece before, so I'm excited to check that out because the site called it his magnum opus. So, cool. So we're going to be starting with People Equal, and before we do, let's read a little bit of what NPR wrote about his passing. He was a founding member of Slipknot who drummed for the influential metal band in its most popular period and helped write many of its best-known songs. Died Monday at age 46. His family said, "We are heartbroken to share the news that Joey Jordison, prolific drummer, musician, and artist, passed away peacefully in his sleep. His death has left us with empty hearts and feelings of indescribable sorrow. No cause or place of death was provided." He was already a veteran of the city's metal scene when he founded the band that would become Slipknot in '95, along with percussionist Sean Crahan and bassist Paul Gray. I think Paul Gray may have also passed away. Yeah. The three talked plans and concepts for the band at sessions at the gas station where Jordison worked. They would name the group after one of their early songs. The group would become known for its rousing, epic live shows with 9 members wearing masks, sinister costumes, and creating a massive, sweeping sound that, like other metal bands of the era, included elements of hip-hop. Some people referred to some of their earlier works as being part of the nu metal wave of music. Jordison often wore a white mask with black paint dripping and a crown of thorns when he performed. Yeah. They would become one of the bands credited with keeping hard rock alive and vital in the late 90s and early 2000s, with grunge-era bands aging and fading. Jordison was dismissed from the band in 2013, but the 2 songs we're going to be checking out are from the same album, Iowa, and they both have him in it. All right, here we go. Gonna stop you there, start it over. It's a human being doing that. The drumming on this is freaking ridiculous. And he does this live. And, it's so fast, man. It's so brutal. It's, until this happened, I'd never really paid a huge amount of attention to the drumming in Slipknot songs. But I went and listened to their self-titled record all the way through when he passed away, kind of as my own way of trying to, just remember everything. And, the drumming is really good on all of it. Like, it's crazy how much is added to the intensity of these songs. Like this. stop it there. Sorry. Yeah. I'll do my talking after the song finishes.
Everyone got changed, and I'm certain of the side of Satan. What do you want from me? They never told me the fellow was meant to be. Yeah, overdo it, don't tell me you feel it. Stop your vision and fight your way through it. I'm not like you, I just fuck up. Come on, motherfucker, everybody has to die. Come on, motherfucker, everybody has to die.
I know. Oh boy. Man. Yeah, I believe Iowa is their heaviest record. A lot of people would say. A lot of people, that's a lot of hardcore Slipknot fans' favorite album. Oh man, I should not be headbanging this hard. My back has been acting weird, but jeez Louise. All right. Yeah, so that's People Equal, and Iowa's their best album as it was the darkest period of the band. Yeah, the stories about them recording this album are kind of nuts. I don't remember. What are the albums I've heard all the way through? Mostly I've just heard a lot of the singles that they've released, and the self-titled I've heard all the way through. Next year after COVID, I'm playing this song for the school talent show. I love this angelic song. The church needs this. I find this relaxing. No joke. I could fall asleep listening to this. What the heck? Oh my goodness. This is, yeah. All right. I love these comments. Yeah, it's always interesting to me how the comments under... Every once in a while you'll have some nut job, you know, but for the most part, the comments under Slipknot and a lot of those other super heavy groups are super positive and kind to each other, and also a lot of times very vulnerable as well. It's just interesting. Anyway, all right, so that was People Equal by Slipknot. And yeah, I'm going to skip over a lot of the profanity when I go over all these lyrics just because my parents watch these videos. But yeah, this is the second track on Slipknot's second album, Iowa. We are what we are, and we waste and ruin and corrupt and destroy. So People Equal basically is because we are our own worst enemy. We are going to be the end of the earth, and no one seems to give a crap, says Sean. It follows from track 1, on which Sid Wilson shouts People Equal played backwards. While they were recording Iowa, Sid's grandfather died, and Ross Robinson decided to use Sid's grief and anger as part of the recording process. If you listen carefully, you can hear sobs intersped with the reverse screams. Yeah, again, the recording process for this specific album is a freaking nightmare. Every story about it is awful. Yeah, it's crazy, man. All right, so yeah, come on, here we go again, MFer. It's always the same people have been crap ever since, so it's nothing new, it's the same thing again. With the words again, Corey's pointing out that there are many more things and people that he hates. The ones described here are just part of them. Come on down and see the idiot right here. Too screwed to beg and not afraid to forgive. What's the matter with calamity anyway, right? Get the F out of my face. Understand, I can't feel anything. It isn't like I want to sift through the decay. I feel like a wound. I got an effing gun against my head. You live when I'm dead. One more time, MFer. Everybody hates me now, so F it. Blood on my face and on my hands, and I don't know why. I'm not afraid to cry, but that's none of your business. Whose life is it? Get it? See it? Feel it? Eat it? Spin it around so I can spit in its face. I want to leave without a trace because I don't want to die in this place. People equal. One of the it's always funny to me how like they have a song called the Heretic Anthem, but this song feels more anthemic than that. This always felt like one of their most anthemic songs with that very in your face chorus. All right, let's see what some of the annotations are here. This is the singer making a claim that the average person is an idiot and is inviting the listener to decide for his or herself. The line "not afraid to care" shows that the singer views caring as a risk that one should not be willing to take, but the average person is too stupid to know the risk of caring. The fact that the grandfather of the lead singer had recently died may serve to explain the reservations towards caring. Yeah, lots of people in their lives passed away, I believe, at this time. They were going through all types of like substance abuse issues. There was like self-harm in the studio. I think the lead singer might have like been hurting himself to produce some of the sounds that he ended up making with the yelling and the screaming. Corey Taylor is a freaking legend. And yeah, Joey Jordison is going insane on the drums throughout this entire track. I've never really noticed how much the drums for Slipknot songs add to the total composition of the tracks. The line too effed to beg implies that the average person is too prideful to seek help, or that they are unaware of their own ignorance and are thus unable to ask for help to come around to the viewpoint of the vocalist, which is a very, very, very negative viewpoint, obviously. Sift through decay. He's telling that he wants to know the truth about society's decadence and what's wrong with it, but is fearing to discover a horrible truth, and he would rather be insensitive and he wants to be insensitive to better accept it. I'm not sure I entirely agree with that. He says, understand I can't feel anything. It isn't like I want to sift through the decay. So he's saying he doesn't even want to do that. He's just stating a fact. To him, he's just stating his point of view, right? And then someone else it sounds like the world is like, all right, elaborate on that and say what you think we should do to fix it. And he's like, there is no fixing it. Are any of you going to sift through the decay of the past 20,000 years? I didn't think so. I feel like a wound. Yeah, all right. Even though he hates people, he knows that he's a part of them, and thus he's also a parasite. He knows he's constantly under threat for being aware of this. And while he's hitting rock bottom and being desperate, others are happy and satisfied with this. Once again, this has to do with the other bar. Here we go again. He's going to start this over and over and over. It's the cycle, and it's now he said the truth, and everyone's going to hate him because this doesn't highlight them. When you've got a humongous ego, you hate being criticized. The singer's viewpoint is one that is often deemed harmful by society. The singer does not understand how his view is harmful. The fact that blood is now covering him could mean either that he acted out violently, or more likely that he feels as if he is being blamed for violence that he did not commit. The accusation arised due to his negative view towards humanity in general. Such false accusations of violence towards people of differing views, of course, being prevalent throughout history. Well, and there's also true accusations of violence toward people of differing views. Yeah, all right. He wonders who deserves to live such a life, such a cruel destiny. He willingly exaggerates by saying, you feel it, you eat it, which means people really have to understand his pain, even if this means they have to put themselves in his shoes. He wants to put right now an end to his life by spinning it around and telling it F you. Corey doesn't want to be associated with this awful planet with terrible people and feels uncomfortable in it, can't fit in it. I want to leave without a trace. I don't want to die in this place. And, yeah. Then you got the chorus. And then in between the chorus, he starts saying, "What are you gonna do? I'm not afraid of you. I'm everything you will never be." Yeah. Slipknot, it's interesting how incredibly negative their music is, but also in there, sometimes listening to it, it feels kind of empowering a little bit, you know? Because I don't have super positive thoughts about myself all that much. So, you know, sometimes, you know, hearing that, I'm like, yeah, what are they going to do? I'm not afraid of them. Everything you'll never be. Yeah. Everybody else sucks. Okay, anyway. It never stops. You can't be everything to everyone. Contagion. I'm sitting at the side of Satan. What do you want from me? They never told me the failure I was meant to be. Overdo it. Don't tell me you blew it. Stop your crying and fight your way through it. I'm not like you. I just screw up. Come on, MF, or everybody has to die. Ugh. You can't be everything to everyone. You can't please everyone. Lots of people tend to be a different person depending on who they are with, but one day they will be en masse. I disagree with that statement that the person is attaching to that. I think it's saying the world constantly tries to mold you depending on who you're... Oh, I guess it kind of is what they were saying. I feel like the point of it is you can't please everyone, you know? And with a lot of these songs, I think of the band Slipknot. Like, when I hear a lot of these lyrics, these comments are adding, like, a lot of philosophical additions to the words. Most of the time, when I hear a song like this, come on down, see the idiot right here, you know, understand, I can't feel anything. It isn't like I want to sift through the decay, but now I'm going to, and you're going to feel it in my music. That's what I'm hearing. It's like, I'm not going to be everything to everyone, is them, the band itself, talking to their fan base or to their haters. But anyway, I'm sure that there's a lot of other stuff. Then we've got Contagion. I'm sitting by the side of Satan. He hates so many people that he'd rather join Satan than stay with them. I feel like that could be ironic, too. Anyway, what do you want from me? He's putting pressure for no visible reason. He doesn't even know what they're expecting him to do. The singer is very self-aware that he is an outsider, but angered by the fact that he is outcast from the society that raised him and allowed him to develop into the person they are currently rejecting. Yep. And that's where the paradox happens. Because on one hand, you have... I feel like people are created by their environment. Worldviews are created by your environment. And then when you get out of that environment, sometimes they change. But it's just weird because then you also have to be responsible for yourself, you know, for your own actions. And those two things they almost don't fit together. So which is it? Are people responsible for their own destinies? Or is each person a product of society and everything that they, all the experiences that they go through? Is a person's mind, for the most part, a blank slate to be imprinted on by all of the different people that influence them, but their influences are so varied that they become a unique person in themselves? Or do people just magically create something unique, and therefore their destiny is in their own hands? People try to like push both of those viewpoints, but it's almost impossible to believe in both, and it's interesting. Anyway, this is actually going a little deeper than I thought it would with this song, so cool. He might be a failure, but he knows that some people are not, and it's worth for them to try. They just have to think well, he might be talking to himself, too. Or anyone. Stop your crying. Fight your way through it, you know? Because he just said a minute ago, I'm not like you. I just screw up. And I'm gonna push through every bad thing that happens. And then we've just got the chorus over and over and over again. Like I said, kind of anthemic. Pretty crappy anthem, but still. And yeah, that's this song. Thank you for joining me. This video ended up being a little longer than I intended it to be. Next Slipknot song I'm going to check out is called Disaster Piece. Let me know what other Slipknot songs I should check out. Like I said, I've heard the majority of things off their first album. I haven't really seen any of the music videos, so if there's any of those that I should check out, let me know. And yeah, I really like them. So, I'm down to react to more. I just need to see if there's anyone who's interested in it, because I know the majority of my main fan base is here for like classic rock and stuff. So if there's any Slipknot fans that happen upon this video, let me know. And yeah, see you guys soon. Rest in peace, Joey Jordison. Freaking heavy as hell. Let's go. Deathstroke 9.